If you have a child who is strong-willed, curious, and constantly questioning instruction, this video is for you because the goal is not to break their will. The goal is to guide it. Do you have a child that you always get a report from school that it doesn't listen and always asks why? Not in a rude way, not in a disrespectful way, but they genuinely want to know why they should do it. And sometimes it leaves you wondering, why can't this child just do it at the first instruction? This video is for you. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Here we talk about parenting teenagers and how to build strong relationship with our children while still raising responsible, respectful young people. And today we're talking about something many parents struggle with, the strong-willed child. The child who is sweet, smart, and thoughtful, but who always wants a reason for everything. The first thing we need to do is change the way we look at this behavior. A child who asks why is not always being disrespectful. Sometimes they are simply processing information differently. You see, children generally fall into different categories when it comes to responding to instruction. Some children are compliance driven. You tell them to do something and simply they do it. Other children are relationship driven. They cooperate because they want to please you. But then there are children who are reason driven. These children want to understand the purpose behind what they are doing and they ask why. They are thinkers, they are observers, they are processors. And while that can sometimes create challenge in school and even at home, it is also a sign of a child who may grow up into someone who thinks independently, who questions systems and leads others. But without guidance, that same strength can turn into constant power struggle. So our goal today is not to shut down this curiosity. Our goal is to teach them how to use this wisely. Now let's talk about school. Teachers are responsible for many students and at the same time, they often have limited time to explain every instruction in detail. But teachers also benefit greatly when parents help them understand how their children process information. If you have a reason-driven child, one helpful thing you can do is to communicate clearly to the teacher. You might say something like, "My child tends to respond really well when he understands the reason behind an instruction. When he knows the why, he cooperates quickly." Notice something important here. You are not defending bad behavior. You're providing insights. Instead of labeling the child as difficult or as challenging, you are helping the teacher see that the child is meaning-driven. Sometimes, even a short explanation like, "We line up quickly so everyone can hear the instruction," can make a huge difference for a child like this. Teachers and parents working together make a powerful impact. Now let's talk about what we can teach our children, because curiosity is wonderful, but children also need to learn self-control and respect for authority. Here are 4 skills that help strong-willed children to thrive. 1. Teach the difference between asking and arguing. This is something many children genuinely do not understand. There's a difference between asking a question to understand and asking a question to delay or to resist doing what you're being told. Curiosity sounds like, "Why do we need to line up?" Arguing sounds like, "That doesn't make sense. I'm not doing that." Teach your child that questions are welcome, but tone and timing matters. You can even role play this at home. When children learn how to ask respectfully, their curiosity becomes a strength instead of a conflict. Number 2, teach the skill of obey first and ask later. This is an important life skill. The reality is that sometimes teachers, coaches, and even parents will not have time to explain everything immediately. In those moments, children need the ability to follow instruction first. You can tell your child something like, "Sometimes Adam may not have the time to explain right away." In those moments, you follow the instruction first and you ask questions later. But it's also important to add this balance. If something feels unsafe or wrong, you should always speak up. This helps children develop both respect and confidence. 3. Practice quick listening at home. One way to strengthen this skill is through simple practice. For example, when you give a small instruction like "put your shoes away," encourage your child to respond the first time. When they do, please acknowledge it calmly. "Thank you for listening the first time." Strong-willed children respond best to calm leadership, not constant confrontation. The goal is not to control. The goal is cooperation. 4. Feed their curiosity at the right moment. This step is extremely important. If children feel like questions are constantly shut down, and they may start fighting for their voices during moments of discipline. But if curiosity is welcome in the right time, in the right setting, it becomes a strength. Make space for conversations like, "What do you think about this? Why do you think people do things they do? How would you solve that problem?" When curiosity have a place to grow, it does not need to interrupt every instruction. I know, parenting strong-willed children sometimes feels exhausting, but it helps to remember something important. Strong-willed children often becomes adults who are independent thinkers, problem solvers, leaders. But leaders must learn something essential also. They must learn when to question and when to follow. That balance is what turns a strong personality to a strong character. Your child does not need their spirits crushed. They need their strengths guided. If you have a strong-willed child, I'd love to hear from you. Do they ask why about everything? Do they respond better when they understand the reason behind instruction? Let me know in the comment section. And if this conversation helped you, share it with another parent who might be struggling with the same thing. Because sometimes the very trait that challenges us today are the same trait that will help our children lead tomorrow. I'm Yomi. Thank you for watching.